Hey everybody, it's Cheryl and welcome back to Technique of the Week. It's week 32 and this week we're going to talk about something really cool, pretty near and dear to my heart, which is electroluminescent wire. It's another way to light up your quilts, and of course this is one of my favorite types of techniques out there. So what I'm going to show you is what the electroluminescent wire looks like before you put it into your project. So I have a couple of different wires here, and you can see that they have a pretty interesting thickness to them. They're a bit like memory wire in that they have sort of a memory. They want to go back to their original shape. And so these are what you would use. I actually sew these into my project. I'm going to show you how I do that. But just so when you're out there looking for electroluminescent wire, this is one of the thinner wires available. Now this wire is a phosphorus coated wire, and you can see that this one bends a little bit to the shape that I'm looking for. It's a phosphorus coated wire, and it lights up along the length of the wire. It stays completely cold, so you can actually sew this into your project without any worry about any, sort of heat or getting hot or anything like that. So what you want to do is select the color wire that you're going to need, and you're going to start with a project. Now, this project is going to be a Martian flower, and it will look like this when it's all done. So here's my design, and this is actually done with Timtex or Peltex in the center. This is a very stiff quilt, and the reason for that is because the electroluminescent wire is going to have that memory to it and is going to want to distort the surface of your quilt. So you want to start with your project. Now I've taken that and I've drawn where I'm going to have my wire start and be on the surface of the quilt, and then these little red lines show you where it's going to dip under to the back side of the quilt, and that's how it looks like I have multiple pieces of electroluminescent wire in my project. It is actually all one continuous piece, but some pieces are actually just pierced through the quilt and pushed to the back of the quilt. Now I have a piece started here, so you can see that this is where it's going to start, and the battery holder will be on the back, and then I'm going to pull my electroluminescent wire through, and I'm going to actually couch it down as I go. And I just use sort of a whip stitch that matches the color of the wire so it's a little less obtrusive. And when you're all done and you turn your project on, this is what it looks like. So I'm really excited about this, and you can see there where it's been pierced through and passed to the back of the project and then back out to the front, and made the little curly cues for my little Martian flower here. I have a couple other things to show you, including my little mad scientist guy. So I'm pretty excited about this quilt as well. It's called A Day at the Lab. And the quilt that I actually made for the project itself, which was my octopus, and this little guy, again, he is all just pierced right through the surface of the quilt. And so the legs, where it looks like they're separate pieces, they are all just one continuous piece of electroluminescent wire. And this one actually has a really big battery pack on the back. And so I have this attached with some Velcro so that that battery pack stays nice and secure on the back of the quilt. So that is electroluminescent wire. I hope that you go back to my blog and check out all the resources that I have available for you there, where you can learn about all the places that you're going to be able to get electroluminescent wire. Again, be sure to follow along on my blog at www.muppin.com. Be also on the lookout for subscribing to this channel so that you never miss an episode in your news feed. And you can also be sure to sign up for my newsletter and get the entire 52 Technique of the Week checklist in your email, and then you can follow along right along with us. So thanks, and have a great day, and I'll see you again next week.